Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Niranjan Singh and today we are going to see the installations of RabbitMQ. In my previous video, we have covered about the overview of messaging queue and why we are using messaging queue. Also, we have covered about the overview of RabbitMQ and some terminology and terms which is used in RabbitMQ like producer, consumer, exchange, routing keys and all others terms we have covered in RabbitMQ. So today we are going to see the installations of RabbitMQ in Windows machines. So let me go to official site of RabbitMQ. So this is the official site of RabbitMQ. There you can get the whole detail how to install the RabbitMQ. So to install the RabbitMQ, first you need to install ERLang. Okay, this is the ERLang. And why we are using ERLang and why we are installing ERLang, because the RabbitMQ is written in ERLang language. Okay, so for that, to read this language and to read the instructions of the RabbitMQ, we need to install ERLang language. ERLang. Okay, to let me install this ERLang. So to install this ERLang, we need to go here and we need to open the link ERLang OTP, and I will provide these links in my descriptions. Okay, from there you can get the link. So this is the thing, and from here I can install this one because this one is for 32 and 64 both. So I need to install for 64-bit. So click on this. Okay, so it will go to git repository. Go down. We need to go down, and here you can see for 32-bit also provided and for 64-bit also provided. So you need to click on this, and after clicking on this, you need to install. So I already downloaded this exe file, so I will directly go to my folder. So this is the folder. I already downloaded this one, so I need to click on this one, and after that I need to do next install. Okay, so yeah, so ERLang is installed now. So now the next step is to download the RabbitMQ server. So go down. So here you can see the link of zip file. So you need to click on this, so it will start downloading. Okay, so it start downloading. So it is in zip file, so I need to extract this one. I already downloaded this one also, so just I need to click on this. Okay, so press next, install. So yeah, so it is for Mac also. You need to follow the same step. You need to go to RabbitMQ official site and you can check this thing, but there also we need to install these two things. Okay, so finish, and now we need to go to program file. Okay, so if you go to program file, so you can see the RabbitMQ server is installed. Okay, so go to sbean. Okay, sbean, here are all the scripts are written. So cmd command and enable the RabbitMQ plugin enable RabbitMQ_management. So now you can see the following plugin had been configured and it is enabled now. Okay, so now I can check the status. RabbitMQ CTL status. Okay, so here you can see like for HTTP API the port is 15672, and for AMQ the port is 5672. Okay, so if you are using in program, so you need to give the port like 5762, and if you want to check the GUI level, so you need to use 15672. Let me show in GUI level. Okay, so localhost localhost colon 15672. Okay, so here you can see the GUI of the RabbitMQ. So you can say like our application is our RabbitMQ server is running. Okay, so as we already told you about the exchange, so this is the exchange. I already created some of the exchanges for my. So this is the exchange. Okay, so let me go to one exchange. So if you go to one exchange, so you can see like, see here the exchange is okay. This exchange is connected with these messages, queues. Okay, broker forward queue, broker PPS queue, forward broker queue, and payment processing queue. Okay, through this routing key. Okay, so you can say like this exchange is binding with this queue by using broker forward routing key. Again, this exchange is binding with broker PPS queue by using broker PPS routing queue. This exchange is binding with forward broker queue by using forward broker routing key. Okay, so here you can unbind also. Okay, so I think you are clear with this. Now the concept is clear. Okay, you can correlate my previous video terms with these terms. Okay, so I think this one is clear with you. So here you can uh, bind, okay, the queues. Here you can publish the messages. Okay, delete the exchange. If you click on delete the message, and this exchange will delete. Okay, so let me show you. So let me see here, like here it is 0. Okay, so now I can click on this. Okay, and this is the queue. Okay, so queue, I already told you the queue is the part, or queue is the thing where the our message is storing. Okay, so let me publish one message like hello one. Okay, hello one, I published. So publish, so message published. Okay, let me show you. Now previously it is 0, right? Now it is showing 1. Okay, now it is showing 1. Okay, so if you, I can show you the message also. Get message. So here hello one, it's come printing. Okay, so we are calling this response or messages like payload. Okay, so I can add some more message, hello 2 or hello 3. As I already told you that the sequence are ordering are maintained here. Okay, so first come first serve. Okay, so like here I can show you, like we have capacity. I can give the messages, 10 messages I want to see, so it will show you. See, first message is coming like hello one, which we have inserted or published first. Okay, the second message is hello 2, and the third message is hello 3. So which message will consume first? This message. Okay, hello 1 will consume first, and then hello 2, and then hello 3. Okay, so this is the things there, and you can, okay, this is a publish. So you can like see here I can bind also. Okay, so previously it is bind. Okay, so you can bind your message with exchange or route using a routing key. So bind, so one message one more is bind with this queue. Okay, so this is the exchange name, payment processing exchange, and the sorry, this is the exchange name, DB exchange, and the routing key is this one. So hope you understand this one. The like just do some R&D on this one. This is not like very hard thing. So you can just R&D something. You can get very used to on that. Okay. So these all things are there. Okay, so we'll see how we can create by using program the exchange, also messages, also queues and all that thing, we how we are connecting with the and how we can consume this one. See, here it is coming 3, right? Because no consumer is there, that's why it is coming 3. If someone is consume this one, so it will go. Okay, so that thing also we can cover in our when we are creating the microservice and using RabbitMQ, then that time we can show you that things also. Hope friends you like this video, and this video is helpful for you to understand the messaging queues and RabbitMQ. And if you have any questions and query and or suggestions regarding this, please comment so that we can try to resolve that issues also. And yeah, if you have not watched my previous video, please watch that video so that you can get the clear picture about the messaging MQ. Okay, so thanks friends for watching this video. We'll reconnect again in my next video where we can show you how to create 2 microservices using RabbitMQ and how RabbitMQ is helpful for uh, for communicating with between 2 microservices. Till then, bye. Thanks for watching.